Will Australia's Indigenous community get access to equal opportunities? Thousands rallied on the streets of Sydney on Sunday to back a campaign that calls for the recognition of Indigenous people in the country's constitution. More than 3,000 people held a demonstration at Sydney's Prince Alfred Park in support of the voice of the Indigenous community in the country. This comes ahead of a referendum likely to be held between October and December this year. The poll seeks to amend the constitution and establish an advisory body called the Indigenous Voice to Parliament. If the voters are in favour, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders will have a direct say in policies that impact them.
So we're seeing Hindus, Jews, Sikhs, Muslims, Catholics, Anglicans all coming together and supporting this, which for me as a migrant, descendant of migrants, I find that so inspiring. And I think there is a lot of goodwill in migrant communities for this, because so many of us have come from countries, often from poorer backgrounds, come here for the opportunity and prosperity that Australia offers. But we also know the history. We know that Indigenous Australians haven't had access to the same opportunities, and this referendum might be our only chance to really give back to them.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's centre-left Labour government backs the amendment, but the opposition Conservatives urge voting against it. Rally attendees were seen in T-shirts with the words "Vote Yes" and caps with the words "The Uluru Statement," which is a key document in the proposal. Demonstrators believed that the event was a great opportunity for all Australians to get behind the betterment of the country. They also stressed on the importance of voting yes in the referendum.
I mean, what an important decision to be involved in. I couldn't think of anything more important and impactful on our society. We need to bring Australians together, and I think voting yes, right, is the most important thing that people can do to help our society and, stop the racism that is so inherent in our Australian culture.
But opponents of the proposal, including a few Indigenous people themselves, have said that it lacks detail and will divide Australians. Indigenous Australians account for about 4% of the population. They still face several disadvantages, including discrimination, poor health and education outcomes, and high incarceration rates.